Hi, today we'll be talking about the drug Darunavir. Darunavir is a drug that is used to combat HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus. However, in order to first understand how Darunavir works, you'll first need to understand HIV.
Let's talk about HIV. HIV is a retrovirus that attacks the body's immune system. Eventually, HIV will progress to AIDS. This happens once the body's number of CD4 cells falls below 200 cells per cubic millimeter of blood. There are 6 steps in the life cycle of HIV.
Step 1 is absorption and fusion. In this step, HIV bonds to receptors on the surface of a CD4 cell, also known as a white blood cell, and it fuses to the cell membrane, giving the virus access to the cell.
Step 2 is reverse transcription. In this step, HIV reverse transcriptase converts HIV RNA into HIV DNA. Once the RNA is converted to DNA, it is then able to permeate into the nucleus.
Step 3 is integration. In this step, HIV integrase inserts the viral DNA into the DNA of the cell.
Step 4 is viral gene expression. In this step, viral genes that cause the translation of proteins needed for virus propagation are converted into mature genes.
Step 5 is virus assembly. In this step, the new HIV proteins and HIV RNA move to the surface of the cell and assemble into immature HIV virions. At this stage of the reproduction process, the virions are still immature, so they are non-infectious. The final step is called budding. In this stage, the immature virions move outside of the cell where they are cut apart by HIV-1 proteases. This step creates a mature form of the virus that is immediately spread to other CD4 cells in the body.
This is where Darunavir comes in. Darunavir is a drug that is used to combat HIV. Darunavir is an HIV-1 protease inhibitor, meaning it disrupts the last step in the life cycle of the HIV virus. It does this by mimicking the transition state of the larger polyproteins that bind to the active site of the HIV-1 proteases. Once Darunavir binds to the protease, that protease can no longer function. The two ether groups in the 5-membered rings of Darunavir hydrogen bond with the backbone of the aspartate 29' and aspartate 30'.
The amide group hydrogen bonds with the carbonyl oxygens on the peptide backbone of residues aspartate 29 and aspartate 30.
The hydroxyl group hydrogen bonds with the aspartate 25 and aspartate 25' residues.
Here is another representation of Darunavir interacting with the HIV-1 protease. Darunavir is one of 10 FDA-approved HIV-1 protease inhibitors used to treat HIV before it progresses into the disease known as AIDS. Thanks for watching.